InterVarsity. So they both know the scripture. They both know that you're supposed to love and care for people. Like I said, they're supposed to be examples of godly people. But both of these characters see the man and decide to just pass on by, on the other side. It was an active choice for them to walk on by, and they chose not to get involved. These two people play church, but it doesn't affect the way that they live. They kind of just go through the motions and choose not to get involved. So I have a question for you. Have you ever felt invisible when you desperately wanted or even needed to be seen? I know I have. I used to struggle a lot with depression. And there was a time when it was really, really bad. And one of those particular times, I was at a church, and I just had a breakdown. And I was sitting outside, and I was crying, and I was sobbing, and I couldn't control myself, and I just felt at my lowest. And kind of similar to this story, there were pastors who walked by but didn't say anything. And there were other people who worked at the church that just walked by me and didn't say anything. At that time, I desperately needed someone to notice me and to tell me that they loved me, but nobody did. But before we get too mad, the truth is that we've all been like this. As I mentioned, I call this inward vision. Inward vision is when we get so caught up in our own little world. We can get caught up running from one thing to another that everything around you is a blur and it becomes invisible, and you have like these lenses that's just focused on yourself. But another reason we can walk by brokenness is because fear of not knowing how to even handle the brokenness, or a fear of being rejected. What if you go up and help them and they're like, "Get away from me," you know? And I get that, because I've also been someone who walks on by, and I've done that plenty of times. But I think that we need to be aware of the reasons that we can be people who walk by. So I want to give you guys a couple minutes to turn to the person next to you and share maybe one reason why you can walk by brokenness. So go ahead and do that.